You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're just protecting yourself into an old identity. Self-sabotage isn't a character flaw, it's a defense mechanism your subconscious mind creates to keep you safe. And once you understand that, you can finally stop it in its tracks. Self-sabotage isn't random, it's absolutely calculated. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to interrupt it. Here's what we're going to cover: what self-sabotage actually is, the triggers that activate sabotaging behaviors, the subconscious payoff that keeps it alive, and how I expose mine and replace my own sabotaging loops, and the 3-step framework I use with my clients to break this cycle for good. Stick around until the end, because boy, are you going to be glad you did. Because once you know these 3 steps, sabotage will never survive in your life. Comment below right now your go-to sabotage move. Is it procrastination? Is it perfectionism? Is it hesitating? Or is it needing to be liked? Or is it something else? I want to hear in the comments. What self-sabotage actually is: self-sabotage isn't a bug, it's a feature built to keep you safe. It's a virus code. Most people think self-sabotage is laziness or lack of motivation. It's not. It's your subconscious mind trying to protect an outdated identity. God, I used to have the most outdated identity. I can tell you this. So if that's you right now, trust me, you're in a good spot, because this is how we transform and get better, and this is how our life changes. If you grew up being told you weren't the smart one or the successful one, your mind will resist anything that threatens that story. It's not about comfort zones. It's about deciding you're going to change your life. I want you to comment below right now. If you are ready to change your life, I want you to comment, "Change my life." I know for my life, when I look back at the last 18 years when my life completely transformed from failing to freedom, I connected every goal that I ever achieved with changing my life. Most people make the mistake where they set a goal, it's about getting. But when you connect it to changing your life, you will never start and stop. Your identity is going to change overnight. So when you flip that, there is no more self-sabotage. I want you to think about this with me. What flips the self-sabotage switch? The triggers that activate sabotaging behaviors. Every sabotage loop has a trigger. You find it and you regain control. I want you to be writing this in your notes right now. To create change, you have to be honest with yourself. Because if we're not honest, we can never find out what the triggers are. Triggers can be internal: fear of failure, imposter syndrome, or they can be external. These are all false beliefs, criticism, deadlines, pressure. The moment you feel exposed, your brain is going to hit the brakes. It's going to start rationalizing. It's going to start getting back into survival programming. But understand, that's not laziness. And I want you to be able to differentiate the two. That's why procrastination, perfectionism, binging, or ghosting all starts here. Quick check-in. Have you noticed, as I'm speaking, a trigger that always knocks you off course? The reason I ask this question, our subconscious mind speaks to us in stories. And I'm sure a lot of stories have come up in the first few minutes. I would love for you to drop it in the comments of what is the greatest trigger you have right now that activates self-sabotage. Remember, awareness is always step 1. We've got to ask ourselves, but why do I keep falling for it? It's because we're not aware of it. We're not honest with ourselves fast enough. Truth and honesty creates change. And I want you to decide with me that you're going to change your life. In order to change our life, when we decide that, guess what? Our sabotaging behaviors start dwindling down. And because your sabotaging behavior comes with a hidden reward, I want your reward to be freedom. I want it to be amazing results. I want it to be great impact. That's where our life becomes magical. The subconscious payoff that keeps it alive. Self-sabotage survives because there's a payoff, just not in the way you think. Avoiding action might cost you success, but it gives you so much comfort. It gives you so much familiarity, and it gives you so much certainty. Those are the real rewards to your subconscious mind. Every negative attention is still attention. Even staying stuck reinforcing the old story. We are addicted to our old self, and I want you to break that today. This is who you really are, which is greatness. I want you to chase your greatness. I don't want you to chase comfort any longer. I want you to chase your impact. I don't want you to chase fitting in. I want you to be different because the payoff is going to be so much greater than the comfort. But until we expose the payoff, you're going to keep unconsciously choosing it, even if it makes you miserable. Now, I want you to ask yourself this honest question. Am I committed right now to suffering and misery, or am I committed to freedom? Now, I hope you said I'm committed to freedom, but then go observe your actions and see if that's true. So I want to show you now how to break free. It starts with exposing your own loop and replacing them. How I personally expose my loops: you can't fix what you won't face. I remember when I was first deciding that I'm going to change my life, I was at a point that many of you can relate to, I'm sure, that I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just got off my first coaching call with my mentor, and he said to me, we've got to find your hidden patterns and do the exact opposite. That's what I committed to doing. What were my hidden patterns? Procrastination, gathering information but not acting out of my comfort zone. I started doing everything right away. I started doing it now, doing it now, doing it now. My results changed. But they changed because I identified what I was avoiding the most, what fear that was stopping me and rationalizing. I know you can relate to this, but this is where the game changes. I want you right now to decide exactly what you want, and then now I want you to decide who you're not going to be anymore, and I want you to decide firmly, well, this is who I'm going to be. Well, that's what I did, and the payoff was immense. I went from struggling to earning more in a month than I had ever earned. I went from being overweight to being in the best shape of my life. I just kept replacing the hidden pattern with a better one. I decided who I wasn't going to be. Well, what happened is I got honest fast. What else happened is I started creating amazing momentum and tremendous identity shifts. I started acting like the person I wanted to become, but here's the key. I did it before I was ready. Now I want you to hear this. You're never going to be ready for a thing until you do it. I want you to do it before you're ready, because that rewrote my narrative, and it's going to rewrite your narrative, and the loop lost its power. There's no more power anymore. When you decide who you're going to be and who you're not going to be, and you connect it to changing your life, the sabotaging behaviors disappear. If you want to do the same, I'm going to show you my 3-step framework that I use with my clients, and it is a game changer. Self-sabotage can't survive with awareness and action, awareness and action, awareness and action. So here's the 3 steps, and I want you to get out your pen and paper, because remember, whatever you write, you retain. I want you to be aware, what are your hidden patterns that are holding you in comfort? Track your go-to sabotaging move. That's step 1. We have to create the awareness first. Step 2, name the fear or payoff. Clarity kills confusion. A confused mind creates chaotic results. A clear mind creates amazing results. In step 3, neutralize with micro action. Take an action according to the person you're going to be, and you rewire that behavior. Let me give you an example. If you freeze when you know you should be doing something and start overthinking, take one action, but I want this to be your brain tattoo. I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to be completely divorced from the outcome. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to change that pattern right away. And if you want help auditing your sabotaging blueprint, download my wealth roadmap. It is going to help you decode your default patterns and rewrite them. I want you to accept this idea. I don't care what your results are telling you. I don't care what people have told you. You are not broken. You are perfect just as you are. You're just running an old programming. And here's the best news. If I can do it, you can do it. If my clients can do it, in 3 months, so can you. You can rewrite it. You're one decision away from changing your life. But I want you to decide right now with me that I am going to change my life. In 6 months, you're going to be a different person. You're going to have different results. You're going to have extreme confidence. And you're going to see yourself at your potential, not based on the past. If this hit home, watch the next video where I break down how to build self-trust from scratch. Because once you trust yourself, sabotage has nowhere to hide.